Here's a ranked PvP match as the Fresh Air Weaver build, which you'll see on screen now. And the role is a roamer, so I want to be going around looking for kills, and you can do so by using the high amount of super speed and single target burst. So the main burst is going to be starting in earth, air, as you'll see me do. Then you go into fire, go into air, and then you'll go into double air from there. And you'll add in the arcane blast while you're in earth for the immobilize. So the combo's kind of gonna look around like this. So I'm looking for the target. I immediately see the DH and I jump on them, burst half of their health, but they use their F3. I use the obsidian flesh so I don't get hit by their longbow 5. And I'm going to chase them because I know that they're low on cooldowns. I don't want them to get out. So I drop my fiery greatsword to chase, and I get hit by the tether, but I land a lot of damage through my greatsword whirl. I twist of fate to get out of their test of faith, and I put down quite a bit of damage through AoEs, but it looks like they get out. And yeah, trapper runes are a little bit overpowered right now, so they're able to survive. That's their second F2, so I'm able to probably kill them now because they're out of everything. So I'm going to chase them for the kill, but my team has actually died at mid, so I'm going to be outnumbered now, and I'm just going to try to survive with the super speed, uptime, and just get out of here. But I get hit by, I think, a fear from the necro as well, so I'm going to die, and that's kind of an issue with this build. It's very low on sustain, and I'm checking if my guardian is a support to see if that's the reason why we lost mid. So if we don't have a support guardian, then maybe we shouldn't take team fights and we should play a little bit smaller scale here. So when I respawn, I'm going to probably be looking for kills around home and then push back out onto the map, and we'll see if we can get some kills to basically get ourselves back on the rest of the map. So we've lost our necro, yeah, so we're a little bit staggered here. I am going to try to make a play here, potentially, to get the revive on my necromancer, so I get a really good burst on the enemy Fresh Air Weaver and they go down. So I try to burst them as hard as I can. I don't land too many crits there because how this build works is most of its damage tries to fit within a small window of time. So yeah, the trait that gives you fury whenever you crit, you're not going to get that too often unless you land a CC while in air attunement, which will give you more fury. So I try to do more burst here, and just every like 5 seconds you want to do like a burst. So you do a burst and then you swap attunement and then you look for your next burst. So I'm just kind of like waiting for my opportunity to do my next burst. I obsidian flesh to get out and regroup with my team with the super speed, and my team is easily focusing this hollow here conveniently at the same time as the bell comes up. So now we're in a really good spot for the bell, and I see that the Reaper's really low, so I go for a gale into the entire burst. I get them really low and I just finish them off with an arcane blast. Then I swap to double air to get the blind so I can secure the stomp. And now we're in a really good position here because we've got like 3 people alive versus their 1, or like 4v1 actually at the bell. So their Dragon Hunter is going to come in and they can't survive because we have so much instant burst. And they're going to go down because they're in like a 1v4. So we're in a good position now. And so our team has pretty much the entire side of the map and they're respawning. So they're going to push into mid. We want to look for another engagement here. So I'm trying to focus a target. We call target on the Reaper and I go in with the immobilize from the arcane blast. Pop out my burst, get them to like 59% HP, which is a really good spot for us because we've started the fight with them really low on HP. And the rest of my team jumps on their Ellie because their Reaper is basically pretty much unable to fight back because they use all their cooldowns on my opener. So at this point, we're staggering them now and we're taking the lead. Now I see that their DH is holding their home node, and I go in to try to get the 1v1 against the DH. Probably I have an advantage in this 1v1 because I have a lot of projectile reflect on this build. So you have the focus 4 on air and earth will block projectiles, but I get jumped from behind by the respawning other Elementalist, and I'm going to probably die because of that, because I didn't pay attention to respawns, right? We just killed their Ellie, so I should have been paying attention to the respawns. My Guardian comes in and we can potentially get the kill on their Ellie here, but they get their heal off, and Guardians are not the, they're not the fastest class, so they probably can't secure the kill here. So yeah, I make a really big mistake there in overcommitting to the 1v1 that I shouldn't even have been going for, because like I'm not a duelist anyways. I should have just regrouped with my team and kept snowballing, supplementing their damage with my CC and burst. So yeah, try not to take 1v1s too often, because it can get you in 1v2 situations, right? And even though I may be able to have won that 1v1 with the Dragon Hunter, I can't survive really even the 1v2, right? So I get spinal shivered there, I believe. So I'm just kiting off, playing very safely. And we're gonna regroup and try to, we have one player dead, so we're not in the best position to contest this bell, and they've already got half of it already capped. So we really need to get in there fast, but yeah, they're already capping it. And I put down Swirling Winds to try to peel for my team, but they go down, and I'm in really big trouble here. I go into my Obsidian Flesh to try to get out and go behind this line of sight with super speed. Their Ellie is trying to push me over here, it looks like. Yeah, they're in a really bad spot. So I'm going to jump on them, Gale, land my entire burst, and yeah, that's pretty much the kill there. So we turn around the kind of like, we lost a player and now they lose a player. So we're kind of like turning this around, and we're just focusing this engine out. They can't survive because we've got so much DPS on them. And now I see that my team is pushing into mid, like 4v1, because we just got 2 kills essentially. So we're going to go for the decap at this far node while they kind of hover around mid. I'm going to regroup with them at mid and go for a kill instead of trying to cap this node, because then I'll be forced into a duelist role, and I don't want to do that. So I go back into mid, and I see that we're kind of outnumbering this already. Like, we're 5 people here. So we're going to get this kill on the Necro very easily. And at this point, we pretty much are going to, yeah, the game is pretty even. We're losing our home node, but we're snowballing really well. At this point, we've got our stride, and we've got 2 kills here on the map. And you probably want to go home. Yeah, we're probably going to go home in this situation, because if I go far, there's already someone capping there, so that'd be another 1v1. So instead of making that same mistake, I go into home. Their DH actually bursts our ranger down, and I try to do as much damage as possible because they have stability. I can't CC them. But yeah, I don't do enough damage, and they get the kill. So I'm going to try to chase them, but it's a trapper room DH, so there's not really much I can do about that, because my build is mostly tab targeting, so I can't really chase them too well. So I'm going to just go into mid with our Necro capping home and look for the next kill. So I see there's a Reaper there, but I know that the DH is pretty pressured, so I dodge their true shot, and I'm going to try to stay on them, but I am in a really awkward position with no dodges, and I get feared by their Necro, so I go down. I overcommitted or overextended, and I got punished for that. But my team is actually very aggressive, and they rally me, and we actually get multiple kills off of that. So I kind of was overextended there, but because I played so aggressively to get their Dragon Hunter's cooldowns out of the way, my team was able to carry me there and get the kill. So at this point, I'm playing very aggressively on their Necro, trying to get the kill, but they're juking around, and now they go into Shroud, so I ignore that and try to get kills with my team. You always want to get kills with your team as any kind of like roamer build, and Fresh Air is no different. So I want to be supplementing their burst with my burst, and yeah, so there's a low hollow here, and I just do my burst and get the kill. So yeah, we pretty much are gonna win at this point. If you want to know what the actual burst combos of the Weaver build, I'll be showing them after the match here. I'll show you some of the burst combos, but as for the video, that is pretty much the match. We're going to win this, and if you like this kind of content, give it a like and subscribe, and check out the links below, and I will see you guys next time.